I place this final stone in the water to represent the joys and sorrows left unspoken in our hearts. And behold them all, spoken and unspoken, in our hearts as we continue with this service.
Hello. Today I have the first creation story, and it is the Egyptian creation story. But before I start, I'm going to add a little interactive element. In fact, we all are. So every time you hear me say a certain word, you're going to do a certain movement. So every time I say the word goddess, gods, God, I want you to do the Egyptian, since my story is about Egyptians. So everyone, attempt it. Very good, very good. So yeah, every time you hear the word God, goddess, or God, you do that move. And this isn't just for the kids. I expect everyone to do it. Okay. So, Egyptian stories of creation are some of the oldest creation stories ever told. They originate so far back that their exact date cannot be pinpointed. Though there are many different Egyptian myths about the creation of the world, every story revolves around the gods. Very good. The most common story starts with water. So it all started with liquid chaos, water of nothing, called Nu or Nun. From this water, a mound of earth emerged, and that earth is said to be the place where the sun rose for the first time, pulled by Ra, the sun god. Yes, on this mountain, the first god created himself. Ra sneezed and spat, and created his son Shu and his daughter Tefnut because he began to feel lonely. It is said that Shu was given his name because Shu is a sound that you make when you sneeze, and Ra sneezed his son out. And Tef is a sound you make when you spit, and therefore Tefnut got her name from that. Shu was the god of air, and his sister Tefnut, the goddess of moisture and fertility. Together, the two gods had children. Geb, the god of earth, and Nut, the goddess of the sky. Nut is often depicted with blue skin that is dotted with stars, like the night sky. Geb is drawn as a man with earth-colored skin and green hair that represents the grass. Shu lifts Nut over the sky. Shu lifts Nut, the sky goddess, and extends her over the earth, thus creating the common image of the earth and the sky. Following the pattern, Nut and Geb have 4 children, 2 goddesses, and 2 gods. Their names are Osiris, Isis, Set, and Nephthys. These 4 gods are often called the 4 forces of life. Come on, don't get lazy. Now, this is where your story might start sounding a little bit familiar to some of you. Osiris and Isis get married and are happily wed for many years. Osiris is known as the first king of Egypt and is a beloved ruler and kind man. He taught his people how to farm, and under his power, Egypt thrived. There are hundreds of variations of the story I just told, but they all have the same purpose: to satisfy the need for an explanation of creation. That's what creation stories do. They give you something to believe in. The Egyptian story, however, is different from other stories because it doesn't just discuss the birth of all things. It also teaches lessons about determination, love, and power. And in my opinion, all creation myths should have a strong moral message in them so that they're all important to the culture of any country. Sorry, I forgot your daily meditation. So, we call you now for a moment of silence, for reflection and purposeful meditation. Following, we will sing hymn number 1009 in the Teal hymnal, Meditation on Breathing.
going to share with you the Greek origin story. So my interactive word would be the word Titan. So every time I say the word Titan, I want you to go, "Grr." And you don't have to grunt, just act bigger. Okay. In the beginning, like most other beginnings, there was only void. But from the void soon appeared a god, Erebus, who controlled the endless darkness. Somehow, from this darkness, light and order were born. And from the light came Gaia, Earth's mother. Gaia created Uranus, the heavens, who protected her from all sides. Gaia and Uranus married, and together they created the 3 Cyclops, the 3 Hecatoncheires, which means 100-handed ones, and 12 Titans. However, Uranus came to hate the Hecatoncheires and imprisoned them in the middle of the earth. This made Gaia very angry. Together, she and the youngest Titan, Cronus, plotted against Uranus, and they ambushed him in his sleep. Then Cronus became the king of the Titans, and he decided to imprison the Cyclops and the Hecatoncheires in Tartarus, a dark prison in the underworld. The Titans ruled the world for many ages and had many offspring. However, Cronus knew that Gaia and Uranus had made a prophecy, which said that Cronus would be overthrown by one of his sons. To stop this from happening, Cronus swallowed all 5 of his children. This made his wife Rhea very angry. Surprisingly. So she plotted against him. And when she gave birth to her 6th child, she had him hid away so he wouldn't be eaten. This child was Zeus, and he grew into a handsome youth. Zeus consulted the Titan Metis on how to defeat his father. Metis prepared a drink that would make Cronus throw up his other 5 children. Zeus returned to Mount Olympus as a cupbearer and slipped Cronus the special drink. The plan worked, and Cronus regurgitated all 5 of Zeus's siblings, who were unharmed, since they were gods. This made Cronus very angry. Zeus and several of the Titans led a war against Cronus, but he was too powerful to defeat. Luckily, Zeus was cunning, so he freed the Cyclops and the Hecatoncheires from Tartarus to help fight against Cronus. The Cyclops gave Zeus lightning bolts to use as weapons. Zeus lured the evil Titans into an ambush where the Hecatoncheires waited, holding hundreds of boulders in their many hands. They rained down rocks with such fury that the Titans thought the mountains were falling around them. They fled, making Zeus victorious. He rounded up the Titans that turned against him, and he exiled them to Tartarus, all except Atlas, who was given the task of holding up the world. Zeus became king and ruled from atop Mount Olympus ever since. Creation stories are, in essence, an attempt to explain the order of our world. The Grecian stories span generations. Zeus overthrew Cronus, who defeated Uranus, who took over from Erebus. Just as modern religion was formed from the generations before them, Unitarians borrowed concepts from Christianity, who used practices from the Roman pantheon, who took themes from the Greek pantheon. Future generations will build on how we live now and the choices we make. Now for the offertory. With love and gratitude, we choose to give to those in need by sharing 1/2 of our cash plate offering for the group that provides important services to others. Our shared plate recipient of the month of February is the Unitarian Universalist Congregation of Charleston, West Virginia. They are assisting people in the community affected by the Freedom Industries chemical spill in Charleston. They are in need of water to drink, wash, and cook with. Please give generously.
Everybody is wondering what and where they all came from.
think I'll just let the mystery be. Some say once you're gone forever, and some say you're gonna come back. Some say you rest in the arms of the Savior if in sinful ways you lack. Some say that they're come back in a garden, bunch of carrots and little sweet peas. I think I'll just let the mystery be. Everybody is wondering what and where they all came from. Everybody is worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing's done. But no one knows for certain, and so it's all the same to me. I think I'll just let the mystery be. Some say they're going to a place called glory, and I ain't saying it in fact, but I've heard that I'm on the road to purgatory, and I don't like the sound of that. Well, I believe in love, and I live my life accordingly, but I choose to let the mystery be. Everybody is wondering what and where they all came from. Everybody is worried about where they're gonna go when the whole thing is done. But no one knows for certain, so it's all the same to me. I think I'll just let the mystery be. I think I'll just let the mystery be.
The offering has been given and received with gratitude. Thank you for your generosity. The Hindu creation myth says that before time began, there was no heaven, no earth, and no space between. A dark ocean washed upon the shores of nothing. A giant cobra floated on the water. Asleep within its coils lay Vishnu. He was watched over by the serpent. Everything was so silent and peaceful that Vishnu had slept undisturbed. From the depths of the universe, a humming sound began. Om. It grew and spread, filling the emptiness and throbbing with energy. My motion word is lotus, by the way. I want you to do this. Put your fingers together. Like an opening lotus. The night was over, and so Vishnu awoke. As the dawn began, from Vishnu's navel grew a lotus flower. In the middle of the blossom sat Vishnu's servant, Brahma. He awaited the Lord's command. Vishnu commanded, "Create the world," and a wind swept the water. Vishnu and the serpent vanished. Brahma remained within the lotus. He lifted up his arms and calmed the wind and waters. Then Brahma split the flower into 3 parts. He stretched one part into the heavens, one into the earth, and another he stretched into the sky. The canvas of earth was ready, and Brahma set to work. He created the grass, flowers, trees, and plants. Next, he created animals and the insects to live on the land, birds and fish to inhabit the skies and sea. To all these creatures he gave the sense of touch and smell. He gave them the power to see, hear, and move, and the world was soon bristling with life and filled with the sound of Brahma and Vishnu's creation. In this story, Vishnu and Brahma worked together to create the universe. Vishnu, God of all, asked for help. None of us can make it all by ourselves in this world. Luckily, we don't have to. Each of us, left and right, has friends today. Rise in body or spirit. .346 in the Gray Hymnal. Come sing a song with me.
Hi there. I'm going to be doing the Norse creation story. Okay, and by the way, my motion word is Ymir. So when you hear the word Ymir, you can make like little Viking horns, like that. Okay. In the beginning of time, nothing existed, only a great abyss. Out of this abyss, the land was split into north and south. The north was a cold, dark, terrible place, and this was known as Niflheim. The south, the land of flames, and which was hot and unbearable, was known as Muspelheim. Each side had rivers flowing, a river of ice from the north and a river of poison from the south. When these two rivers met, Ymir, the father of all giants, was born from ice and poison. Ymir had 3 sons, Odin, Vili, and Ve. They rebelled against the giants and ended the life of Ymir and ended in annihilation of giants. The body of Ymir became the land on which we walk on. Ymir's blood became the oceans. Became the oceans, streams, and rivers and lakes. From Ymir's bones, mountains were created. From Ymir's hair, trees. They took the skull of Ymir and raised it upon 4 pillars of bone and made it into the vault of the heavens, in which they kept the sparks of fire that escaped from Muspelheim, the south. These sparks became known as the sun, the moon, and the countless stars. With the sun in the sky, it threw its golden rays across the barren earth, and the first blades of green grass appeared. At the time of the world, it was foretold that it would not be eternal, that gods, giants, men, and animals would cease to exist. They were wrong. The overall message of this story was how on this earth we started with almost nothing, but great evolution took place and we were able to create so many things out of simple things. I think that is the most important life lesson. You don't need much to have a great life. A purpose is really all you need. And once you have that, the possibilities are endless.
final myth is the Incan creation myth. And whenever I say Viracocha, do this like a feather headdress, because Incans wore them. So, the last one, if that makes any, but if you're getting tired, it's the last one. And if you're enjoying this, I'm sorry. In the beginning, all was darkness and nothing existed. Viracocha, the creator, came forth from the waters of Lake Titicaca and created the land and sky and a race of people, and he went back into the lake. But these people displeased Viracocha, so he came out of the lake again and flooded the world to destroy them. Those who survived were turned into stones. Pleasant guy. Then Viracocha created the sun, the moon, and the stars, and men to populate the earth and the different areas and regions of it. These people were left inside the earth, and the Inca called them the Vari Viracocha. I'm sorry. Vari Viracocha. I'm sorry. Viracocha then created another group of men, also called the Viracochas. He spoke to these Viracochas and made them remember the different characteristics of people that would populate the world. Then he sent all the Viracochas forth except for two. These Viracochas went into the cave, the streams, the rivers, and the waterfalls of the land, every place the Viracocha had determined that people would come forth from the earth, and spoke to them, telling them the time had come for them to populate the earth. The people then came forth from the earth and populated the land. Viracocha then spoke to the two that had remained. He sent one to the east to the region called Andre Suyo, and the other to the west to Conde Suyo. Their mission, like all the other Viracochas, was to awaken the people and tell them their stories. Viracocha himself set out in the direction of the city of Cusco. There, as he went along, he brought more people from the earth. He went to the province of Cacha and awoke the Kanakis people, who emerged from the earth but did not recognize Viracocha. They attacked him, and he made it rain fire from a nearby mountain. Terrified, the Kanakis people threw themselves at his feet, and he forgave them. Viracocha then continued to Ucros, where he sat upon a high mountain and gave people a special statue. Then Viracocha founded and named the city of Cusco, and brought forth from the earth the Orejones, people with large golden discs in their ears, who become the ruling and upper class of Cusco. Once that was done, he walked back to the sea, awakening people as he went. When he reached the ocean, the other Viracochas were waiting for him. Together, they walked across the ocean after giving the people one last word of advice. Beware of false men who would come and claim that they were the turned Viracochas. And the thing about the story is just that idea of people coming out of the earth and going forth and prospering and discovering who they are and who they're meant to be and who we are, and going forth and just populating the earth with our beautiful and unique personalities. And at this time, I invite you to rise in body or spirit and join us in our closing hymn in the teal hymnal, number 1064, Blue Boat Home. And if possible, just join hands with the person next to you, just because. Okay.
Please join us in singing May Love Surround You, found in your insert.
Deep peace of the running wave to you, deep peace of the flowing air to you, deep peace of the quiet earth to you, deep peace of the shining stars to you, deep peace of the infinite peace to you. May we go in peace. Our service is concluded. Let us continue in fellowship.